Figure 16.7, set new handler specifying the function to call when new fails. In this example, we're going to show you another way to deal with the potential problem of running out of memory. In the last example, we showed you that new throws a bad _alloc exception when you run out of memory. However, you also have another capability, the so-called set new handler function from the new header. And basically what this does is it allows you to create your own custom handler function that should be called when you run out of memory. And inside of that handler function, you can decide what to do. In our case, we're just going to print an error message indicating that the custom handler was called, and then we're going to call the abort function to terminate our program. So generally what the purpose of this is to maybe log the problem that occurred, try to get your program ready to shut down, and then terminate the program. With a custom new handler like this, you're supposed to terminate the program via a call to abort. Now, in Visual C++ and Windows, when I run this program, you'll see that we are able to allocate some number of arrays of 50 million doubles. We're going to do the same basic thing as the last example. Then we see that custom new handler was called, and this dialog box is being displayed automatically by Visual C++'s debug library to indicate that abort has been called. If you are running or creating rather a program for distribution, obviously you don't really want a dialog box like this showing up if the program runs out of memory, and in fact what you would prefer is not to have the program run out of memory at all. So hopefully by managing your memory properly, you can avoid dialog boxes like this and not have this issue in the first place. So let's go back to our program here and take a look at what's going on in this example. So in main, we start by declaring our array of 50 double pointers, which are going to be aimed at arrays of lots of double values. Then at line 27, we call this set new handler function, and what you provide as an argument to set new handler is a pointer to a function that takes no parameters and returns void. And custom new handler is defined as such at line 14. By doing that, what you now are telling the system is not to throw a bad alloc exception when we run out of memory. Instead, it's now going to call the custom new handler, and you saw in the output that that did occur and that abort was called. Now at lines 31 through 35, we have a similar for loop to what we did in the last program. We're going to try to iterate 50 times, and we're going to try to allocate 50 million doubles every time through the loop, except in this case we were only able to execute it on my system 3 times before the custom new handler was called.